Hello, everyone. This is Steven Schinder here on another Steven's Vinyl Adventures segment on the Yesshift podcast slash vlog. I went live a little bit later than I meant to. There was a meeting beforehand that went on for a while, and I had to recollect myself right after. But I still want to come on here, even for just a little bit, to you know, honor Virgil Howe on what would have been his 50th birthday. And so it is for this occasion that I recently acquired a vinyl copy of Nexus, the collaboration between Virgil and his father, Steve Howe of Yes. And we've talked about the follow-up album Lunar Mist around the time it came out. I have a vinyl copy of that, and as I recall, Dad and I talked about both of these albums around that time. I have Nexus on CD, have had it for several years, but knowing that I have Lunar Mist on vinyl, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I really should get Nexus on vinyl as well. Kind of feels a little incomplete in that sense, or like having it on vinyl will add a bit more to the whole thing. Because of course, with vinyl, with that format, you get a larger picture, so the art is more, it's able to flourish more, if that's the right word. And yeah, I really like the colors on that. Very psychedelic and um, reminds me of ink blots that where people look at them, it's like, oh, it's a butterfly. But yeah, and I also like how the colors, the different colors are also within the logo at the top, the V and S, which of course stand for Virgil and Steve. I'm not sure if you can see it that well with this laptop camera, but I do quite like that touch. I don't recall if I've ever noticed that before, at least not so much. It's more noticeable when you have the album this big in this format. And of course, you also have it on the back side. You got the track list, which includes the running time. I really appreciate when albums do that. Sometimes you get the track list and it does not include the runtime, and I'm wondering to myself, well, what is this? How long are each of these tracks supposed to be? But yeah, thankfully you get the runtimes here. Um, Same thing for when concerts, I'm kind of nitpicky in that I want to know the name of the song before it's played, or at the very least, say it after it's been played. Like, yeah, this was this song or something. So the credits on the back, you got Virgil Howe on keyboards, piano, synths, bass, and drums, and Steve Howe on acoustic, electric, and steel guitars. Now, side one has Nexus, Hidden Planet, Leaving Aurora, Nyx Star, and Nighthawk. And side two has Moon Rising, Passing Titan, Dawn Mission, Astral Plane, Infinite Space, and Freefall. So when I listened to this on my record player, I put in the headphones because I didn't, even though this isn't a particularly loud album, it's not one of those loud rocking album. It's more, it's like the pace is more steady and it's more tranquil. But even then, I still want to put in the earbuds so that I didn't want to wake up a roommate or something, just in case. You gotta be considerate when you listen to these things. So this was really great to revisit. I've always thought that this album was a very beautiful one. I've probably talked about this before, but my first time listening to anything from this album was on the music video for the track Leaving Aurora. came out. You got that video of Steve playing his part, and there are these images of Virgil, and this was after Virgil had passed, so it was very, very sad to see, but also, that they were able to make this music and we get to listen to it. This album, this music truly is a gift. And I admit it does make me wonder, like, what more could we have gotten from Virgil beyond this and Lunar Mist if he were still around? And that's something that you wonder with any artist. It's it's really sad to think about. I don't know how else to put it, but yeah, very dearly missed. So I'll go ahead and show the what's in the sleeve. So this came with a this sheet that has the track list and credits as well. You've got the title and logo in black. See, all music by Virgil and Steve Howe, and the companies listed are Touchtone, BMG, and Chrysalis. Let's see, produced by Virgil, engineered by Virgil and Steve. Recorded at Abode Studios and Pipe Dream Studios London and Langley Studios Devon, UK. Mastered by Simon Hayworth at Super Audio Mastering Devon, UK. And there's a thanks from Virgil. Thanks, Dad, for seeing the potential in what were initially simple piano demos. Mom and the whole Howe family, Zuni Howe, Mariah Dovale, all my friends and bandmates, Impression Cymbals, Vic Firth sticks, and protection rocket cases. And from Steve, you get this note that says, love to Jan and our family. And the painting is by Zuni Howe, photos by Stephanie Howe, the V and S logos by Adam Carter, package design by the Gottlieb brothers, product management by Stefan Frank for Inside Out Music. And on the back side of this, or I guess maybe you'd consider this the front side, depending on how you look at it. But anyway, on the other side, you get this nice black and white photo of Steve and Virgil sitting next to each other. You see Steve holding that guitar, and Virgil's does arms on the desk. There's some sort of, I think that's an audio mixer, if I'm not mistaken. The edges, this here kind of reminds me of the Yes album, and one of those when you're looking at a square in developed photos and it has those white digits or letters or whatever they are. So could be a callback, could be a coincidence. Something else in here that surprised me is that the vinyl sleeve also contained a Nexus CD. So let me just go ahead and get that out. All right. So it's in this this little plastic case thing. And I already have a Nexus CD, but I don't mind having another one. I think there was a time when I used to feel weird about the idea of having multiple copies of the same CD, even if one has bonus tracks and the other doesn't. I mean, if it has bonus tracks, then it's like, I don't know. It's like you might have your preference, and like this version supersedes that for me, or whatever. But I think, I've come to get used to the idea, and I know that lots of people, music fans, collect multiple copies of various albums anyway. So maybe I was the odd one out. But yeah, you got. So I guess technically now I have 3 copies of Nexus, 2 on CD, 1 on vinyl. And I mean, I have 3 different copies of Fly From Here as well, so there's that. Um, and I'll go ahead and show you the record itself. I'm just making sure my mic didn't get unplugged. It looks like it's working fine. Uh, okay. Um, I'm just make sure it's good. Might need to look at the broadcast itself on another device. Let's see, go to Yesshift and I turn up the volume. You might hear me twice as I check this. All right, checking the sound. Uh, okay, I think it sounds fine. So the record comes in this, this white dust cover thing. Um, the record itself is black vinyl, but you got the artwork in the middle. I really like the contrast of having, you got the black vinyl, but in the middle you have this white background and then a lot of color in the middle. I quite like that about how this looks. Yeah, it's the little things that you can appreciate about how something looks and is made. But yeah, I've talked about the music before, but again, this kind of shifts between sounding very outer space type of music to sounding a bit jazzy. I noticed that there are a few similar sounding notes in tracks like Leaving Aurora, Moon Rising, and Infinite Space. So I do wonder if there's like an intentional reprise there. But yeah, like listening to this music, it can definitely get you very emotional with the melodies and just the context of the whole thing. Again, this is a very beautiful project that Virgil and Steve put together back in 2017. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this in my collection now. Um, somehow feels a bit more complete having both this and Lunar Mist on vinyl. And yeah, I'm not sure what the next thing I may talk about that I have on vinyl will be. I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep doing this as a weekly thing or maybe go back to it being a monthly thing or maybe twice a month. I don't know. But I guess we'll see. As for the news desk, the next news desk episode, I might hold off until something like October 6th to do that, just so that more news piles up. But if anything really big comes up, then yeah, we'll definitely broadcast that. In the meantime, you can look ahead to our upcoming interview with Derek Schulman of Gentle Giant, talking about his upcoming book, Giant Steps. That'll be September 25th at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time at Yesshift on Facebook and YouTube, and then it'll be on the podcast apps and such. So, yeah, we got that to look forward to. And again, happy heavenly birthday to Virgil Howe. Uh, Definitely a talented person. We're glad we got to hear what he could create. A really nice father son project here. So yeah, go go out and listen to, or I guess you could stay in and listen to, something with Virgil on it, whether it be these or even Yes remixes or what have you. Dad and I are huge fans of Yes remixes, which kind of surprised us. And we talked about it a while back. But yeah, Virgil had a great ear for that sort of thing. All right. So thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for some more Yes Shift, and we'll see you all soon.